Good afternoon, Heat Nation, folks, folks, and everything in between and beyond. My name is Roy, the host of My Happiness. Just released my Worthless Half a Penny Part 50 not long ago. What was yesterday, I think? Yeah, it was after the game against the Spurs. And this is when I said that there is no way that Spo is gonna play both Bam Adebayo and Khalil Ware consistently, even if that happens. And I was wrong, and I'm happy to have been wrong, but I am still the only host in the history of the internet who fully and wholeheartedly admits that he has no idea what he's talking about, but he tries. As far as our injury report today against the Trailblazers, we only have Drew Smith and Josh Richardson out. I don't know what Richardson's situation is. I don't think he ever plays with the Miami Heat jersey, but I'm not sure what's going to happen with him. I know that Smith is out for the season. We don't know what's going to happen with them, of course. For the Trailblazers, they have both Matisse Thybulle and Donovan Clingan out. Robert Williams III is questionable with his ankle. Anthony Simmons is questionable with his elbow, and Chris Murray is questionable with his chest. So we're not sure whether or not those people are going to play. And it's interesting because I did put a prize picks bet on Anthony Simmons to go under what we need to go. So obviously the Trailblazers are not favorites. We handed their behinds at home to them, and then they're playing now with the situation of Jimmy Butler still not resolved, and they're coming to Miami. So theoretically, we did a pretty good job, even with Jimmy Butler being not very aggressive in many ways. He definitely had 7 assists, so he contributed, with 8 points, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds, or 3 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. So that, 2 blocks, definitely better on defense. But again, it's depressing. It's the same thing. We're just watching this thing. We just want it to be over with. But of course, we understand that Man Heat is not going to be in any kind of rush to get any kind of rushed deal done. We understand that. And he could be more comfortable taking this into the offseason, but I don't think anybody is anymore. Especially because I do think that Jimmy Butler will opt in and will make things more complicated. However, it does seem like there's more noise. There's a 3-14 deal, looming, so there's a trade coming, and that's going to be definitely helpful for the remainder of the season. I liked the last video that I watched from 5 Reasons Sports, and I highly recommend watching it. 5 truths that are hard to swallow. I still think they gave a lot more credit to the Miami Heat than I think a lot of people that criticize them would think they should. But I actually agree with all of their points very much. But one of the points that they said that I think that is a positive way to look at the situation is that this was inevitable. Whether or not we have Jimmy Butler and us could not get a ring with his prime. And now that he's declining, now that he's 35, 36, and he's going to be, he would be under contract until the age of 38, we couldn't build around him anymore. That kind of makes sense, that we would have to transition from him. We did see something great in the last game, which is Ware and Bam and Spo's willingness to use it more often. I didn't like the way he said it, though. He said it like, this is just the best way to get things done defensively, and if I have to lean more into it, I will. But honestly, I didn't feel like he understands how impactful this was for every fan that was waiting for that to happen, and how it immediately changed the flow of the game. So, yeah, we got to be bigger, especially when Ware does shoot the 3, well enough, where Bam, I think, can do better, in general. So I think that we have an interesting future. We are developing interesting players. We can't say that we're not developing well. Both Pelle Larsson and Khalil Ware. I think Larsson deserves more minutes, but he did get them more consistently at the beginning. Where he's getting them now. Nikola Jovic, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero. All those people are people that we can definitely look to the future to build with. That's the part that I disagree with a lot of the fans that say blow it up, trade Hero and Bam and Jimmy and just recreate entire, basically, swap it for the entire Celtics team or something like that. It's not going to happen. I think that we have I think it's very interesting to see. We saw last season that without Jimmy Butler in the team, with the team that we had last season, we were not able to do much. But Tyler Hero hadn't had the leap and the strength that he gained through this season, and he was able to lead or to help the Heat in the finals against the Lakers. He was injured. And then he came back late against the Nuggets. So obviously, did they come back? Did he even play a game? I'm not sure right now. But yeah, the main point is this. Trailblazers don't scare me. The future is still in suspense. Hopefully, we get things done before February 6th, 7th. I know that Pat Riley likes to do those things last minute sometimes, but not in this case. I think they're just trying to find a perfect deal. Once the details are ironed out, I don't think Jimmy Butler is with us after the trade deadline. But if he is with us after the trade deadline, I expect things to get even more awkward, as everybody else is. So we'll see what happens. But for tonight, this is a game that we should be able to win pretty, easily. But with all the suspense and all the drama and all the things happening, I can't, again, expect wins. I can't expect anything from this team. I don't think I will be able to expect anything from this team, regardless of Jimmy Butler's status. And that's pretty much the way that I'm going to leave things right now. Stay safe, stay dry, stay as happy as possible. It's a very complicated world of ours. Let's go Heat.